predominant one-eyed stance as Gary.
Yeah, you were left-eyed as well, weren't you, when you cued, weren't you?
Right-eyed.
You were right-eyed. Oh,
yeah. You must have been looking through a mirror.
I think I got a negative on a photograph wrong. Yeah, I'm left-eyed as well, so it's I'm not quite as predominant as Gary was. He's very Graham Miles, isn't he?
Yeah, Graham Miles. I don't know if I'm certain some of our older viewers will remember. And those great victories in pot black in the late 70s. And he cued exactly like that. Where's this red ball going? In the pocket.
Yeah, he was lucky twice there, wasn't he? It was a complete misses on the safety. He shouldn't have been anywhere near the blue. And fluked the red as well. You can probably say, because of that, got position, so triple whammy. He played some snooker qualifying, this boy, you know, John. He had 10-9 in his first match. I don't know who Josh Boyler is, but he must be a good player to hold him to 10-9. He made 3 centuries and a maximum in that match. And he beat Peter Lyons in his second game, 10-7. And then the final one is the one that everybody looked at and thought, wow, what a result that was. He beat Michael White, who ran Mark Selby to 10-9 here last year. So
5.
That was a fantastic result to beat him 10-3. And he made 8 centuries overall in qualifying, so he can definitely score.
This red and
12.
one more loose red. So he may look for an angle here on the black to try and bring other reds into play.
$13.
Yeah, type of pack this where you want to stun up into these. You want to slightly higher on the cue ball, try and contact the outside of the pack. Stun into them so you don't lose the cue ball. If you screw these, you could bring the white back to the top cushion. So nice stun. See? A little bit of run inside, out into the middle of the table. Perfectly played. Well played.
Yeah, absolutely. Could not have played any better. Okay, this contribution started with a fluke, but when you have a run of the ball, you've got to take full advantage because it can soon turn against you. It's a good chance now.
Yeah, and even better, John, of course,
21.
the pink pot through the gap. And that's a help. Just got to hold yourself together here in this first contribution this afternoon.
It'd suit Gary if the pink spot wasn't available and he went in the highest available, which he has done, which is the blue spot.
27.
So the colours in nice positions. A few open reds.
$28. $35. $36.
So if he gets to 68, that'll be snooker's required.
43.
There's two reds round about the pink spot area. I don't know whether they're a plant at all. If not, he may be looking for an angle on the pink to try and disturb something. There's certainly not a plant to the middle. You can see the two reds I'm referring to. But whether they're
44.
a plant for the corner or not, I don't know.
I know he'd love them to be. Well, they're not quite, are they? But
No.
he'd love them to have been on, John, because this is not an easy pack to break up, actually, from where he is. Not easy to keep the white.
Where's the cue ball going? One needed to catch it full. Caught it half ball.
50.
Tough shot left now.
Gary Wilson, 50.
He's that Brown to rescue him, I think. And it looks like it has.
Excuse me. Just hang on a sec, Ronnie. Come down. Take this guy out. He needs to go. Martin. Out. This one here. Yeah, he needs to go. Straight out.
Just a slight problem with someone in the audience. Looks as though he's not too well.
Yeah, you need to go, please, sir. Just take him out. Gone. Yeah.
Ronnie went back to his seat just to wait till that situation was sorted out. Probably a bit of fresh air and he'll be back, that gentleman, hopefully. As you see, Ronnie can't get through to this red, so trying to swerve around it. He'll be happy just not to leave it. Oh, well.
Foul and a miss. Gary Wilson, 4.
Well, if you asked him to do that, John, I don't think he could. Full length of the table swerve, miss it, hit 2 jaws and still not hit it on the way back.
Unbelievable. Well, no, the cue ball needs to be. We obviously saw the cue ball's not where it should be. He swerved around the other side of the brown.
Yeah, he needs to look at the monitor there. That's nowhere near where it was.
No. Needs to go another inch and a half. What's that in metric? I struggle.
You're asking me?
That's where it was. Well, that's where it is now. So that's
Within the circle.
looks pretty good now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Is that okay, Gary?
I mean, Ronnie he's not trying to pot this. He just doesn't want to leave this red. Has he got it safe? Well, in a fashion, he'll be pleased with that. Couldn't hope for much better.
Guy put me off.
Yeah, I think he's done remarkably well to get out of that. It wasn't easy. There's a nice target behind the blue ball here. Just got to know your billiards a little bit, know your angles. You can slip off a red. That's a lovely target behind that blue. Just double checking to see if he doesn't quite get the snooker, would he leave the outside red, but really this is a lovely target. And I can assure you, if you're playing against Mr. Davis, who's in our studio today, you would be right behind that blue after this shot.
Yeah, missed opportunity to get the snooker. Now Ronnie is looking, can he get past the pink to play the thin cut? He's had a look at the potting angle. Can he hit enough of the red? Not quite. That little flick on the brown could help. That may have just covered the thin cut to the left corner.
Yeah, it may have looked like nothing, that last shot that Gary played, but it was so important in the context of the frame. If he'd have got in behind that blue, Ronnie would have been in all sorts of trouble. As it is, this is looking a very dangerous board at the minute. There's nothing safe, John, is there?
No, as you say. Well, he's trying to swerve this. Can he swerve enough to get to the potting angle? Not quite. Ronnie can cut this in. But too thin.
Yes, when I said there's nothing safe, obviously a couple of the reds in the middle of the table are touching or close to each other, but once you get on the black, you play little cannons and open them up quite easily. But what I meant was nothing stuck on the cushions in awkward positions to pot. You've got to be careful.
Missed that by a way. And now here's the chance that Ronnie's been looking for. Okay, Gary still got a 54-point lead, but if he'd have knocked that in, it'd have been a frame winner.
One.
Let's just see how he goes about this little break. Two reds stuck together,
8.
3 in a little cluster. Let's see how he opens these up.
Yeah, I think if you had a choice, you'd rather try and move the 3 reds in the cluster in the middle. The 2 that are together, they're sort of square on. You could nudge one and not one to the cushion. I'd be playing for the 3 reds in the middle of the table here. Well, he played for the 2. It does surprise me, that.
I think he played a double shot there, John. He tried
60.
to get that and flick off that and flick the 3 reds. I think he thought he could have got both.
Yeah, fair comment, looking again. And if he had it done, of course, he'd have brought all the reds open in one
Ronnie
shot.
Sullivan, 60.
That's how his snooker brain works, but he put the disappointment behind him and has played a good safety. Well, surely not. There's not a plant onto the red to knock the red in, is there? No. No, I don't think so. I think he's more worried about knocking the red towards the corner. Once again, a bit thick on the safety. Another chance for Ronnie. 38 points behind now.
One. Seven. Eight.
Yes, clearly playing
15.
choice of 2 reds, but he's happy to be on this one. It's one of the more difficult reds out of the way.
60.
There's still going to be 2, one on either side of the table. So the red behind the pink, of course, will be a formality. Quick glance at the scoreboard. 16 points behind.
22. 23.
Yes, and now the hard work starts. These last 2 reds, far from a formality. Really well played. You just drop this in, John.
29.
Yeah, just got to give these a little bit of care and attention now. Played it well.
30.
He does play well with the other hand, doesn't he? It's amazing. We don't even notice it so much now. It just, you know, you see some people play with the other hand and they look uncomfortable. Not so Ronnie. He's got a nice angle on this black. Does he drop behind the red, or can he move it? Drop behind it, and now just 1 point behind.
37.
Don't think the green passes a yellow. And if it doesn't, just a snooker.
Ronnie Sullivan.
Wow.
38.
What a let off for Gary Wilson, that is. The funny thing is, John, I thought if you erred on the side of being a little bit firmer, you were always going to be on the brown or the yellow there, so it's not like Ronnie to make a positional mistake there. I thought that was looking absolutely ripe for a clearance. And he'll settle for that.
Points or square. Yellow, green, brown, blue required by both players. Good length with the cue ball. This yellow will pot. I don't know whether it's a situation where he doesn't feel he can get it safe, but it'll pot in either corner pocket. Decided to play the safety shot. And it's not bad. It's not bad, and the reason it's not bad, it's not straightforward up and down with the yellow because the blue's there. This will take a bit of thinking about. It's not straightforward to get this safe.
Yep. Blue's no good. Brown's in the way. Oh, if he's got the snooker behind the blue, that is a stunner. What a shot that
That was absolutely sensational. To avoid the double kiss on the yellow and to judge it like that was just brilliant. Brilliant shot. And fair play to Gary, give a nice tap on the table just to avoid the double kiss, which looked on, and then to judge it to get tight behind the blue. Don't come much better than that.
Foul on the miss. Ronnie Sullivan 6.
Yep, trying to come inside the pink there just to avoid it. Go and hit the top cushion and come into the back of the yellow, but
Okay. A little bit that way.
well, it'll be some shot.
there's still the problem of missing the pink here.
Foul and a miss.
It's going to be very difficult to do.
Ronnie Sullivan 6.
And of course,
Free
Ronnie, even though it's a free ball, there's no reason for him to play this. That yellow just wants moving back a
Move
fraction.
the yellow about there. Just
Yeah,
a
that's
fraction
it.
there, yeah. Yeah.
They're always difficult to judge these because it's not the first cushion you come off, it's the second, and see how far it slides over, and that's what's been the problem for this shot for Gary.
Foul and a
It's
miss.
actually getting slightly worse in his attempt here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 6. Free ball.
Back. I think this is what he's trying to do, John, but he's got to be so precise. If he goes the other side, the pink, he doesn't hit the yellow. Can he follow these white lines this time? No, pink again.
Foul and a miss.
You know, John, I just think he's got
Ronnie
to.
O'Sullivan
I know
6.
what shot he's trying to play, but he's given so many points away here. He just needs to make sure he hits the yellow and stand for trying to get it safe. You know, you can try and be too exact and lose the frame, and as it hasn't, where he's finished now, Ronnie's going to take this on anyway.
Yeah, because pot's the yellow, and Ronnie, remember it was all square when Ronnie laid that snooker. He now just needs the yellow to go 26 points in front with just 25 remaining.
Yeah, it's been a tale of the blue ball for me, this frame, John, and I'm going to hark up on about it, but he missed an opportunity. If Gary had got in behind that blue in the middle of that frame, it was going to be all over. And since Ronnie played that brilliant snooker behind the blue, that's what's probably going to win him it.
Ronnie
Well,
O'Sullivan
Ronnie will
2.
be disappointed to miss the green, but still a snooker required for Gary. First things first, got to try and get this safe. This isn't a formality. So I don't think any heroics here from Ronnie. Just roll the green in. He wants this frame over now. No problem. And that will keep Gary Wilson in his seat. 2 snookers effectively required. That was a heavy sounding contact. But as you said, John, there was a
Ronnie
couple of
O'Sullivan
frames you say went one way and one the other. There was one where Ronnie won needing a snooker and Gary Wilson won one needing a snooker, so that's why he's playing on.
Brown.
And pink and black aren't in a bad place, but I've got a funny feeling Gary's going to be snookered behind one of them in a minute. Ronnie just chip this up and try and play him behind the pink. Nothing worse is the when you're chasing the snooker and your opponent puts you in one.
And now it doesn't seem fair, does it? Well, Ronnie will be disappointed not to have got it. And of course he's only got the pink and black to play the snooker behind, with the blue tight to the baulk cushion. That's not a snookering ball. And this brown's going towards the corner. Well, it's cuttable. Ronnie will be wary here. He doesn't want to go in off this brown. And that's why he played it like that. He didn't want to be hitting it hard and letting the cue ball run loose. He could have gone in off. I think that's will dot the I's and cross the T's in this frame now. All about the snooker behind the blue. One that didn't get it and one that did. And there'll be no return back to the table now for Gary Wilkinson. So that run of 3 frames. Sorry, Gary Wilson. Gary Wilkinson works on the door. He gives the passes out.
Yeah, a very fine player as well he was.
Ronnie Sullivan 4.
Well, this is a surprise. Where's the cue ball going?
5.
I'm very surprised he's playing on here.
Gary Wilson 5.
Maybe he just doesn't feel settled, John. He just wants to get his cue arm going.
Well, he said he was going to enjoy every ball of it. He's not kidding.
Yeah. Well, 3 snookers required on the pink and black. Yeah, there you see it, 3 snookers. Ronnie must be a bit bemused. I suppose the first frame of a session, you just... Maybe he feels he hasn't got the speed of the table. Oh, he's playing a trick shot now. 1, 2, 3. Say no more. And concede. Well, see, it was a strange end to the frame, but an interesting one. It was all about the snooker on the blue. Gary Wilson didn't get it. Ronnie O'Sullivan did. He's 2 frames ahead, 6-4.